Yo, 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 peeps, it's the weekend. Happy weekend. Don't ask me where that all came from. I'm coming at you right now with a quick mini super fast review of the Smashbox Double Exposure palette. I did haul it when I did my Smashbox on the Rocks review. I'll link that down below. But I was excited, but now I'm not. This is like a mixed feelings review. So this is what the palette looks like. Came with the baby mascara, the full exposure mascara. I love that mascara. And there's the mirror, and these are the colors. Now, I'm not going to swatch any right now, so I'm getting ready to go out, but I will insert pictures of the swatches somewhere here, like now. What you need to know about this palette: it comes with a dual-ended brush. It's a nice brush. This palette claims to basically be 28 colors in one, because you would wet your brush and then apply each of these shadows wet, giving them a totally different look and feel. I do agree with that statement, but when the shadows dry, I don't think are nearly as pigmented. They do not give a lot of color payoff. They're definitely not as creamy and nice to work with as the ones in the full exposure palette. So that was a big issue for me. I felt like I was just constantly layering upon layering upon layering the dry shadows on my eyes. I was getting immense fallout, and it just wasn't working for me. So then I kind of gave up on the dry shadows after day one because I really didn't like it. Started using them wet, and definitely better. I like it a bit more. The color payoff is a little bit nicer. I have it on my eyes today. Now this has been on my eyes for borderline like 13 hours now, and it's like still going strong. I've tried it with a base, without a base. I've used the Maybelline Color Tattoo, the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Is that what it's called? Primer Potion? Yeah. And I don't know. I like it the best with the Maybelline Color Tattoos, but I'm also finding that these are harder to blend when they're wet. Like, they don't blend out, they don't sheer out as nice as you'd like them to. They're definitely buildable. They do stay on all day. But I also don't like having to get my brush wet, or each individual brush wet, and then apply the shadow. So this is a palette that I would definitely use wet, and only wet, because dry doesn't work for me. And I would use it not so much during the work week, because it just slows down the process in the morning. Like, I just have a squirt bottle of water on my vanity, and I just squirt my brushes with that water every time I want to wet a brush or whatever. But it's a pain in the butt when you need to use like 3 or 4 or 5 colors to create the look you're going for, and you're doing that 5 times, and more like 10, because you're not getting enough of a color payoff with the first layer of shadow, and so you put it on again, and you know, all that good stuff. So I guess, what am I trying to say? The packaging is similar to the full exposure. So the packaging gets a 10 out of 10. It's compact, it's easy to travel with. It actually has the names written on the back of the palette, which is really nice. I would prefer if they were like under the shadows or on top of the shadows, but that's just a thing that I prefer with my palettes. Easy for travel, I think I already just said that. And yeah, so basically I think it's only 14 colors, not 28 as the packaging claims to be. I prefer them dry, not wet. And yeah, so if you're looking for a palette that's a little bit more time consuming, and that it requires a bit more thought or a bit more effort when you are applying your shadows, definitely give this a whirl. I wouldn't call it the lazy girl's guide to makeup by any means, or the most efficient palette in the morning if you're in a rush. It does have some nice neutral colors, like I said. Overall, I'd probably give this palette like a 5.5, 6 out of 10. I have so many more palettes I love more. Like, I'm gonna have to remind myself that I have this palette in order to use it. I don't mean to sound harsh. I'm not trying to like nag on anything here, because I do love the full exposure palette from Smashbox. So it's nothing against the brand. You know, each brand, some brands have great products, and then they release like a not so great product. It happens. It is what it is. I by no means I'm not smashing Smashbox, by no means. But yeah, so I wasn't really impressed with this palette. Is it worth I think I paid $48 for it? $52. Is it worth that? Probably not. Like, I would just assume, like, when the shadows are wet, they almost have like a nice creamy texture, so I would have just assumed you came out with a 14 shadowed cream eyeshadow palette, like, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, that's my little rant on that. Like I said, I'm in no way hating on Smashbox, because every company always releases a not-so-great product. It's just my opinion. Am I happy I bought it? Like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to cry myself to sleep over it because it is makeup and I love it, so it is what it is. But just be aware that this is a little bit more of a high-maintenance palette versus, you know, a quick grab and go. And, yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, go crazy. If you guys have used this palette, though, tell me down below what your thoughts are. I'm really curious because, you know, there was enough hype around this for me to really want it, like, right away. So I'm just wondering if anyone else feels like it was worth the hype or not worth the hype, or, you know, that kind of thing. So tell me down below. I can't wait to have a chat with you guys about it. If you guys like quick mini reviews, give this video a thumbs up. Next Sunday, I think I'm either going to review the Dew Puff or the PYT 4P curling wand system. So let me know in the comments down below if y'all want to see either one of those or which one you want to see first. I think I'm definitely going to do both because I have a nice opinion formed on both of them now, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. So yay for that. I'm going to go now. Have a lovely weekend. Remember, you are beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, or maybe hit the subscribe button if you want to come chat with me. Bye!